So, good day, everyone, and a warm welcome to the last day of Career Week. I am Hannah Campos, Career Advisor and HR Analyst, and I am extremely proud to be the head behind Career Week. This third edition was so far the best edition we have organized, and I hope that you are as inspired as I am with all the tools that our amazing speakers shared with us. So my head and my heart are full of gratitude for everything and everyone that we saw this week. So to all the HR and communication team members, my huge thanks for the support and for helping me put everything together. Career Week was just an idea before you. To all speakers, your dedication is remarkable. Thanks for everything that you gave to us. To our extraordinary hosts, the availability and the compromise that you have shown this week are something to remember. So thank you. And now it's time to close things. The closures are as important as the beginnings, with a little bit of different magic, the magic of learning, creation, creativity, inspiration, and in my case, gratitude. Listen to people is to me part of this magic potion that helped me connect all the dots. And that's a gift we've prepared for you today. Listen to experience, tips, and stories of these three amazing people. So, Juliana, Alex, and Alexis, thank you so much for being here with us. Uli, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hannah. Hello, everyone. My name is Juliana Zilbermans, and I'm North America CEO for Avenue Code. Today, we've gathered to dive into career strategies of our very special guest. This is an opportunity for us to exchange ideas, share insights, explore potential solutions for your career, and understand more about how Compass and Avenue Code have opened up a world of possibilities for them. So now let's kick off with introductions. Please share your name, your role, and a few words about why this topic is interesting to you. We'll start with Alexis.
Thank you, Uli. Thank you, Hannah. I'm really excited to be here today. So my name is Alexis Rockenbach. I'm a software engineer that decided to become an entrepreneur a few years ago. And I'm now the global CEO at Compass UOL Group. I'm very excited to be sharing some of the experience that we all built together in these last few years and how that helped propel my career within the company, which is a very entrepreneurial group, and grow together with all of you. So thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you, Alexis. Alex?
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm the CEO of Avenue Code Brazil. I have been working for Avenue Code for the past 10 years, and during all these years, Avenue Code always promoted different initiatives to support our consultants in their career journey. Since day one until today, HR team keeps the pace with these initiatives, and the Career Week is an outcome of all of this. So I'm very glad to be invited by the HR team to join this session. And I would also like to wish Happy International Women's Day to all women who are watching us. Avenue Code has more than 50% of our leadership composed by women, and we are very proud of that. Thank you,
Alex. Thank you so much, and Happy Women's Day for sure. Let's dive into our questions. Alex, looking back at your career, what are some of the significant milestones or turning points that led you to your current role as a company president?
Well, what I'm going to say here is not like the ultimate truth or anything closer to that. It's just how I built my strategy to achieve my goals in my career. And just a short story to give some context. Computer science was not my first choice when I joined the university. I wanted to be an architect, to build houses and buildings, but computer science was growing a lot by that time. And at the last minute, I changed my mind. So I joined the university and I had to figure out how to enjoy the career I chose. So I always like the management aspect of things, how you can manage business and type of business, entrepreneurship. So I finished my graduation, and after that, all my focus was on how to follow the business path inside the IT world. Basically, this was my first goal. And because of that, my choices were never based on salary or roles or seniority. All my choices were made based on what I could develop to achieve my goal and how to get closer to my goal. I was always asking my leaders for opportunities as a team lead, as a coordinator, project manager, even not know anything about it, not receiving a salary for that or a real position. I was just looking for opportunities to develop these skills that I needed to get what I wanted. And I think these decisions, the focus that I had was the significant milestones to be where I am today. There is not a specific one. I think it's a combination of these decisions that make me to be where I am today.
Amazing, Alex. It sounds like it's courage, it's chasing opportunities, and also
yes,
like diving into unknown and learning on the go. That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. And Alexis, how do you navigate complex decision-making processes as a company president, balancing competing interests and long-term strategic objectives?
Well, Uli, I think the first thing that I always have in mind is always be thinking in the long term and executing day to day, the short term, connecting the dots among what you think for the future as a company, what we are building together as a company, as a group, and connecting that to your day-to-day decisions, so that your day-to-day decisions and the way you address conflicts and you address challenges, they are aligned with what you are building for the long run. So I think that's, for me, is always the key. Any decisions that we are making as a group, as a company, or for our own careers in the short run, because we keep making decisions day to day, right? If we are not aligned with what we are looking to the future, we probably will get somewhere that is not where we wanted. So having that connection among the long-term vision of what you want for your career, working it backwards. I mean, thinking of where you want to be in 5 or 10 years, and knowing that you won't achieve that in half a year or in 1 year, but you will be building step by step that process, and collaborating, because I think we all can do much better together than we can do by ourselves. I think it's part of some of the things that I would always put in first hand when we are dealing with tough decisions or tough challenges ahead of us.
Amazing, Alexis. I personally experienced you taking a problem and then pausing and stepping back and coming back and with a decision that really driven by the future, which is very amazing to see. Thank you. And the next question would be about personal brand, Alex. So in what ways have you cultivated and maintained your personal brand as a leader in your industry, and how has it influenced your career trajectory?
When I started to have some lead responsibility, I didn't know anything about leadership. So I did miss some mistakes, but I think leadership in the end, it's about empathy, about being flexible, listen to others. So I always listen to my team. I never make a decision without listening to people who can be affected or people who know more about a specific subject than I do. And most important, I think it's to be always true to your values. That's why I think it's very important to work in a company that it's aligned with your values. And I never, ever did anything or made any decision that was not aligned with what I believe. So I think this impacted my career trajectory as a leader, as my leadership style. I think that as a leader, listen to others and be tied to your values have been highlights that are in my brand as a leader, and for sure contributed to my career trajectory as a whole.
Wonderful, Alex. I've watched you for so many years, and you stayed true to your kindness, empathy, and staying really close to people's and team collaboration. So it's wonderful to see that it still stay with your brand and with you as a leader. And Alexis, let's talk a little bit about lessons in life. Can you share some key lessons or insights that you've gained from both successes and, most importantly, failures throughout your career?
Well, I think we can learn from success, we can learn from failure, and I think both are important, especially if you are open to learn from your failures. That will propel your success, right? So I think sharing a little bit first around the failures, I think the number one moments where I think I failed as an executive or in doing my job was the moments where I was trying to do the things by myself without listening, without being open to understand and put yourself in the shoes of who is interacting with you. I think most of the failures that I've went through my career, and I'm proud to say that I learned from all of them, and I think they were the best learning opportunities I had, came from moments where I decided to do the things without being open to understand the vision from who was around me. And I think we learn through life. I think every opportunity we have to go through failure, if we are learning from it, it's not a failure. We make mistakes, we make errors, we might not be right in every single decision we make every day, but if we are learning from it and working hard now to how not to repeat those errors, I think that's something very important. I can mention moments where in the past, as we were growing the company, either we took too much risk or we didn't have the foundational structures to build what we were expecting to offer to our customers and to our people. And by having not planned and not prepared and not worked backwards the business outcome goals that we wanted, we ended up making bad decisions. On the other hand, I think every time we worked together, we collaborated, we were open, we thought about our customer in first place. One of our partners has this thing that they say customer obsession. And another thing is the bias for action. I think it's okay to make mistakes if we are really diligent in learning from them. So I think that's kind of the summary of this, Uli.
No, this is great. I'm also hearing that how you've learned through mistakes to connect with people and identifying the commitment behind each one of them who shares something, that there is definitely a hidden message that they're trying to say. And once you get to it, you definitely connect as a leader. And that's great to see. And any key lessons for you, Alex? I know I'm going from script, but anything that you feel there were moments in life that made you a better leader?
Yeah, so I really agree with what Alexis said. Like, if you make mistakes, but you learn from them, I think you are, succeeding in some way. So I for sure I did make some mistakes, but all of them taught me a lot. So yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Alex. And let's talk a little bit, Alex, about some of the leadership skills. And I know you touched on it previously, but what are the specific skills and competencies do you believe are essential for effective leadership? And at executive level specifically, how do you have developed them, and how do you develop them over time? And any tips that you have for leaders that are really trying to get to the top levels?
Yeah, so I think some of them I already mentioned, like be flexible, have empathy, listen to others, understand the big picture and the purpose of things. And also, I think develop your intuition. And to be honest, none of these you learn from trainings or courses. Of course, training and courses can give you the path, can give you an idea of how you start. But all of these, I think you get from experience and facing new challenges. And like Alexis said, I think you need to start now building the path of your career that you want to have in 5-10 years. Soft skills are very important for any leadership role, and for sure at an executive level. Like I can mention a lot of them: emotional intelligence, negotiation, creativity, problem solving. The list is big, but all of them, I think it takes time. So you need to put yourself in situations that you can learn, that you can face challenges. And of course, everyone has some skills that comes by nature, but the ones that you don't have, I think you need to take risks to develop and put yourself in uncomfortable situations to develop these skills, because it takes some time, it takes some experience.
For sure, Alex. And Alexis, any learnings from you in terms of the prioritization, and how do you stay and develop yourself as a leader?
Well, I think be always learning and be curious, I think, are two really important things in our industry. I mean, every software engineer, every leader in our organizations, if we want to be consistent with the vision that we are trying to build with our customers, in leading them through using cutting edge technologies, and now engaging the AI revolution as a huge opportunity for all of us, that requires a lot of effort in terms of learning what's next, right? I think for me, in our industry, if we want to succeed either as software engineers, as managers, as agile leaders, as product owners, or any role in our industry, this industry, it moves so fast that if we are not in the cutting edge of the technologies, and if we are not building the bridge from the technologies to the business outcomes that our customers need for their success, we won't be doing the best on our job. So I think both for the engineers, for the managers, for the executives, for everyone in our companies, being curious, trying to understand ahead of our competitors, ahead of the teams, so that we can, not just because we want to be better than other ones, but because we want to collaborate, we want to share what we know, we want to guide our customers and our teams. Curiosity, continuous learning, for me, are the two most important things that everyone in our organizations should be prioritizing.
Absolutely, Alexis. Thank you. In terms of prioritization for continuous learning, Alex, any practical tips? How do you find time for yourself to keep continuous learning going?
Yeah, so completing what Alexis said, I think you need to be curious all the time. Like I have a statement for me that I never feel comfortable within my comfort zone. So if I'm in my comfort zone, something's wrong. So I need to look for a new challenge or put myself in uncomfortable situations. I don't care. I need to do something to get me out of this. And that's how I keep myself updated. I mean, I'm talking about the technical aspect of the job, because technical aspects, you can read, you can learn, you need to be ahead, but also like feel too comfortable with what you are doing. It's not good. There is a book called What Got You Here Won't Get You There, something like that, that talks a little bit about that. You know, you cannot be so comfortable all the time. You always need to push yourself. And this is how I try to keep myself updated, you know.
Wonderful. It seems like when we stop doing that, we are dead in our mind, and we can't continue growing. Thank you, Alex. And now let's talk a little bit about, Alexis, about networking and mentorship. So what role do mentorship and networking play in your career journey and ongoing professional growth as a company president? Oh, you're on mute, Alex.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, always on mute. So I think this goes in both directions. It goes on looking for mentoring for yourself and providing and sharing your learnings with who is around you and who works with you. So I think this is very powerful, because if you are able to be first open and seek for mentoring with people who are around you, And that doesn't mean necessarily that you need to get mentoring from your boss. Many times, the best mentoring I get is from the people who are working together with me, or even people who in the organization are reporting to me. I think these are people who can really help you to understand how you can better explore your career opportunities, your growth opportunities, because they are in the same position as you, they are working side by side with you. So being open to get mentoring and get guidance from whoever is working together with you is great. I think also having the humility to know that we are always learning. You will always find people who are smarter than you, and learning that you can also provide guiding to who is working with you, and help them understand how we can build a common vision, a common goal, pursue the same dreams. So collaborating. So for me, mentoring is something that it's not like a hierarchical thing. I think it's more about sharing with who is hand by hand building the dreams and the challenges and the outcomes together with you, and using that opportunity to engage people. I think there's one say from Jim Collins that that leaders, they're not the ones that are getting people to do things because they are saying what has to be done. It's because they are the ones making people to understand why they need to do and want to do what has to be done. So it's kind of philosophical, but I really like this because I think leadership, mentoring, it's not about teaching people, because we are all learning together, right? But it is about creating the environment and the opportunity so that we can exchange, we can learn together, and we can improve together. So I think this is it.
Thank you, Alexis. What you're saying, I think, is sometimes we don't know what we can contribute, but by sharing, by being in a conversation, sharing our stories, sharing our learnings, a lot of people can pick up something for them and really take that on and use that as their advice. And I have questions for both of you about mentorship. Do you recall anybody or one person that really made a difference in your career as a mentor or role model? It comes from either family or a person that you really admired. Anybody comes to mind?
Okay, I can start perhaps. I can mention people from the outside and people from the inside of our companies. I remember a moment where, in companies, sometimes you make bad decisions, and if they are too bad, they take you to a complicated path. And I've done that a few times, right? So I remember a moment in 2004 to 2007 where we made a series of wrong decisions, and it took us a while to fix them, because it's fast to make bad decisions, and it takes a lot of time to fix them. And at some point, we were already in a good moment of having fixed our bad decisions, but we became kind of too introvert into our own mistakes, and we didn't realize that to move forward, we needed to go to the next page in our story. So I remember a meeting I had in 2006 where someone told me, okay, if you've done your mistake, you went through it, now you need to move forward, because you can be much better if you accelerate things again, and if you are confident about the opportunities that are ahead of you. So I think that's one mentoring that came from someone that I didn't have a very close relationship, but really opened my eyes that the opportunities to grow were just depending on us unlocking our own potential that was there, right? And I think I also can say that some of you know Marcelo Epperlein, our CFO. He's such a brilliant guy. He has such experience in all the different business that he already was in the past, and the times that he helped companies to go public. And he's now working with us on this. We are Marcelo. Who knows Marcelo knows what I'm talking. He's a great guy, and he is the one that also at some specific points was the one that opened our eyes that we had a huge opportunity. So being open on understanding these inputs that you are getting, either from people that are not as close as you and they see the big picture, and sometimes you are in so much into the forest, you don't see the whole forest, you just see the trees. So being open to get that feedback from who is looking from the outside is very good as well.
Awesome, Alexis. Thank you. Thank you. And Alex, what about you? Any mentors?
Yeah, so I don't have any mentor specific, but I always like to share my thoughts with everyone. So sometimes it's interesting because even if you're talking with someone outside the company, you know, in a bar with some friends, and you give a picture of something, and a person who can come with a different idea out of the box, this person doesn't understand anything that we're talking, but sometimes it, you know, give you a light of what you can do. It's interesting, you know. That's why I like to share my thoughts with everyone. So I think I have mentors spread.
Yeah.
You know, I have mentors that were my bosses. Sometimes my mentor, the team that I'm the leader. But I think it's a combination. I would say that.
And strangers. It sounds like you also, because you're so open and sharing, strangers sometimes when they don't know you, they give you the best advice.
Yes.
Really opens up.
Yeah, they are not involved, you know, emotionally, so
Yes.
it's good.
Thank you, Alex. And the next question is kind of it's a double. There's two aspects of it. One is when you reach this high level of leadership and high level of roles, like what is the next step? What do you envision for your future career, if any, and how do you continue growing when you're already on the top? And what advice would you give to emerging leaders aspiring to reach similar heights in their career? Alexis?
I can start.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
on, Alexis.
Go ahead.
Is that
Okay,
good for
so
me? If you want to start,
go ahead.
Alex, please go ahead.
Okay.
Alex and
Well,
Alexis, we always get confused about that.
it's a little bit confused. Okay, so I want to keep putting myself in these uncomfortable places. I just got this position as CEO with just 1 year, 1.5 years ago. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still facing challenges. I'm very excited about that. Avenue Code and Compass just joined forces, and there is a lot of good things coming. So for the next years, I think I'm in a very fertile environment to develop new skills, new knowledge, and once again, to get too comfortable, I will look for new uncomfortable situations to be involved. And as advice, I think I mentioned during all my answers, but not be comfortable, develop your soft skills, especially the ones that you're not part of you already. Have a very well-defined goal to pursue, like your North Star. Even if you change it along the way, I think it's very important. Have empathy, listen to others. You will not, and you don't need to know everything. Have a diverse team. I think this is very important because when you have a heterogeneous team, you can have much more success, people thinking differently. So yeah, I think these are my advices.
Thank you, Alex.
Well, I think Alex went through all the ones I would say here, but if I would highlight perhaps just two of them, I think that my advice would be first, dream big. I think if you want to grow in your career, establishing these moonshot goals for the long run is something really helpful in terms of getting you motivated to go through the day-to-day challenges, because you're looking into that beautiful thing that you are trying to build. And that doesn't mean like being obsessed about that, but having that clear vision. I mean, and understanding that some days will be better, other ones won't be as good. So I think having this bigger dream of what you want, having that clear vision, I think is something really important. And the second thing I already mentioned earlier, I think, is the advice of working it backwards. So if this is something you are thinking where you want to be 5 or 10 years from now, that won't happen just by chance, right? It will happen if you prepare yourself, if you dedicate, if you are curious, if you collaborate. So all the things that Alex mentioned here, I think they are the key for you to build on the day-to-day basis that growth path for your career. And by the way, this is exactly what we as a group, as a company, Avenue Code. So you see in this background that's behind me here, this is a picture of Avenue Code's office in San Francisco. And I need to share something with you. I think I didn't, Uli and Zio, Amir, they don't know that. But San Francisco was the first city I visited in the US, the first time I came to the US in 1996, right? This was 27 years ago, right? And I love the city. And I thought by myself, okay, one day I want to live here, right? And for many years, we've kept building the project for the company so that it would make sense for me also to be here with you guys. And this opportunity came as we joined Avenue Code and Compass. It was something that growing a business that was able to bring talent from Latin America, specifically from Brazil, to thrive in the North America space, in Europe, in developed markets, as an opportunity to build paths for career for all the brilliant engineers that we have in these regions, is something that I always thought that was something that was a driving force for me to help make that happen. So I'm really proud to see what Avenue Code has built in these last few years, bringing brilliant talent, brilliant engineering talent from Brazil and from other countries to thrive and work for the most amazing companies in the world that are our customers. And we are very proud of that. And me to be part of that, be supporting that, and also now be at the office here with this amazing team, which is not only Avenue Code, not only Compass. We had other beautiful companies that have built amazing stories with other tech partners, with other customers, and that are now also growing globally. That's what really makes me proud of being part of this. And so dreaming, executing, I think it's also looking to the long run. So 1996, this was 27 years ago, and now I feel part of what I planned has been accomplished. So I'm very happy about that.
It sounds like there was always hidden agenda for you personally, and thanks for dreaming big, because we wouldn't be here together today on this call. And you touched on a little bit of a personal side. We've been very focused on advice in the career, but I have a question. You have passions at work. I can see that from both of you, but does it really resonate in the personal life? Do you dream big in the personal life? Do you have any big goals or achievement outside of work? I know we're all focused on leadership, but everybody also has the side that they want to achieve and personally. So Alex, do you have anything you want to share with us that excites you, motivates you outside of work?
Yeah, so I think this it's very important, because your career is just an aspect of your life, right? I think everything needs to be aligned. Sometimes, as Alexis said, the big dream is to live, for example, in San Francisco, and then the career is a strategy that you can have to get there. So I think things need to be balanced. Life and career. I think your career is what supports you to also live the big dreams that you have in life. So that's how I keep everything, balanced, and I know that how to fit everything together.
Thank you, Alex. Alexis, anything on your side? Dream big, personally, outside of San Francisco?
Well, I think the bigger dream I have right now is to collaborate with this amazing entrepreneurial group that we have. You, Uli, Zil, Amir, all your teams at Avenue Code, the other founders of the other companies. I really see we are at a tipping point in our industry. I think everyone here will agree that there's a revolution going on in our industry. I think in all digital workers and software engineers are digital workers. There's a huge change that will be challenging us to improve the way we work. And I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I'm not talking just about Gen AI, which is, of course, a tremendous hype at this moment. But there's much more foundational things behind the scenes. And I think that this is the best opportunity that we could have ahead of us. So my bigger dream is to make our group, through the collaboration of all the executives, of all the engineers, of everyone who is here, make us the #1 global company helping customers to bring AI into their digital platforms. So we already do a lot of work building the digital platforms for our customers. And I think we have an opportunity to be the #1 globally. And this means like beating the big guys, the big consulting firms. And I think we are leaner, we are faster, we are really more competent in our capabilities to build that. So my personal dream is not a personal dream, is a dream for all of us, of making this group the #1 group globally in building digital platforms that embrace AI at a level that other companies have not done yet. So this is kind of it.
Beautiful, Alexis. And seeing all the people and all the leaders and entrepreneurial spirit and everybody marching to the same goal, I'm sure we'll get there very soon. I'd like to thank you and extend my gratitude to all the panelists for the valuable insights and all of your active participation. Remember that the conversation doesn't end here. Please feel free to continue engaging with each other and exploring these ideas further beyond the session. With that, I'd like to thank each one of you once again in joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting this roundtable, and I look forward to our path crossing again for future conversations. Take care and have a great weekend, everybody.
Really, thank you so much for everything. Thank you all. And now, Career Week is officially over. So for all Avenue coders that are assisting us at this time, the talks that happened during this week will be available for you soon in our drives. For all the audience that joined us today, all the Compass Wall group, I can see the amazing things that we can build together. So see you all at the business table around the world. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. See you.
Bye-bye.